When you hear the name Cleopatra, what perhaps it's the... But here's the truth that might surprise you. Cleopatra wasn't Egyptia, not by blood, not by ancestry, she was the descendant. So how did a woman of Greek descent become remembered as Egypt's greatest queen? And why has history turned her into a symbol of Egypt itself? Let's uncover the real story of Cleopatra's heritage. Cleopatra VII, the famous Cleopatra, was born in 69 BCE, her family the Ptolemy. For nearly 300 years, the Ptolemies maintained their throne. They ruled from Alexandria. Yet paradoxically, the Ptolemies also styled themselves as Egyptian pharaohs. They built temples in the Egyptian style, donned the crowns of the old kings, and had themselves depicted on temple walls, offering sacrifices to ancient gods. To their subjects, they appeared as pharaohs in the old tradition. Even while behind palace doors, they remained thorough. Cleopatra herself was born into this unique world, a world caught between two identities. Her family was infamous for inbreeding brothers, but Cleopatra was different. Unlike her ancestors, she sought to connect with her Egyptian subjects. She became the first of her dynasty to learn while Isis adopting Egyptia. By ancestry, she was Greek. By culture and politics, she became. Now, there is some debate about Cleopatra's mother. Some historians have speculated that she might have been Egyptian or of mixed heritage, but the evidence is thin. Most scholars agree that even if Cleopatra's mother had some Egyptian blood, Cleopatra herself was overwhelmingly Greek by ancestry, perhaps 90% or more. So why then do we remember her as Egyptian? The answer lies in identity and perception. Cleopatra carefully crafted her image. She understood that to rule Egypt successfully, she could not appear as a foreigner. She had to embody Egypt itself, and she did it masterfully. For over 2 decades, Cleopatra ruled as pharaoh. She was intelligent, multilingual, politically shrewd. She aligned herself with Rome's most powerful men, first Julius Caesar, then Mark Antony. She defended Egypt's independence against the growing might of Rome. And in her life, as in her death, she became inseparable from the land she ruled. When Cleopatra died in 30 BCE, Egypt died with her. With her passing, the line of pharaohs ended, and Egypt became just another province of Rome. She may not have been Egyptian by blood, but she was the last ruler who made Egypt stand proud as an independent kingdom. That's why history remembers her as Egypt's queen, not because of genetics, but because of the identity she chose and the role she played at the very end of a great civilization. Her story forces us to ask what makes someone truly belong to a culture. Is it ancestry written in blood, or is it identity chosen and lived? Cleopatra shows us that sometimes identity is more powerful than heritage. So yes, Cleopatra wasn't Egyptian by birth, she was Macedonian Greek. But in life and in history, she became the very face of Egypt. And that leaves us with a haunting question: was Cleopatra the last Egyptian queen, or the greatest outsider Egypt ever embraced?